blocked 10 shots, came up with 13 steals, held them to 26% shooting from the floor. What were your thoughts about the play at that end of the court?
I thought our energy was excellent, and I thought Ryan really energized or invigorated us and how hard he was playing. And then, you know, when Dante and Reece are locked in, they're hard to go against on the ball. But so the energy and the flying around was good. I thought we had a lot of breakdowns in our individual athleticism covered. And I said, you know, that to the guys after, I said, great energy. I said, but turning the ball over against them and some of the breakdowns that we had defensively where the ball got right into the paint, but at the last second we poke it away, steal it, block it, that's not going to fly. And the way we're trying to do it is a hard way, but it's worth it. We've got to ingrain the habits where, you know, there aren't those breakdowns. So I thought there were too many breakdowns defensively and too many breakdowns offensively. You know, you look at the offensive rebounds, the turnovers, those things, you can't just rely on a guy to make some great plays individually to overwhelm guys. That, again, as you keep going up the ladder against bigger teams, that won't fly. So that part I was disappointed in, but really excited about how hard the guys played. But they just started gambling a little bit defensively and a little unsound offensively. So we'll grow and learn from that. But I know you look at it and say, well, look at those numbers, this and that. But I look at the quality and where the ball ends up.
Tony, how did not having Isaac kind of impact the flow offensively, and how did your guys respond?
Yeah, I mean, it was that's a challenge. I mean, he moves so well, he stretches it, and he's got, you know, he's our second most experienced player on the team. I mean, that's crazy to say, but he is. He played 20 minutes a game last year, and then, you know, Ryan was next, so we lost that. But I thought Dante stepped in and did a good job, and, you know, other guys did. So. But, yeah, you could feel his ability to, you know, just move a little bit and do some things. And we were a bit impatient at times and trying to get something on the first side or just make some home run plays. And they played hard early, and, you know, they got the one guy back. You can tell they have some things, you know, guys can go get some shots. But I thought over the course of the game, I thought our heart and energy maybe took a toll on them and obviously made some nice plays, individual plays for sure.
What are the main factors in the jump that Ryan is making this year? I mean, obviously he's playing more, but
yeah, I think, you know, first of all, Isaac and him have improved, and Reece, that's a joy to me. That's one of my favorite things ever in coaching is watching a guy just go after his game and take another step. And he's got more steps, as all these guys do, but I love that. I love seeing a guy who, first, the reason he played last year, as I said before, and didn't redshirt is because he brought this energy that we couldn't deny, and, like, you know, that gives us a boost at times. He's just all over, and we lived with some of his first year or freshman mistakes, and he's starting to kind of sand some of those areas down, become sounder and more skilled in areas through all the work, and you just keep chipping away at that. So I just think he's gotten the experience from last year. And remember, he kind of came through COVID times and injuries where he didn't play a lot, so he's newer to this game, relatively speaking. But he's just you know, attacked all areas, and I think that's starting to show.
Coach, Reece didn't have the most efficient game tonight, but it does seem like he's developed as a shooter in the mid-range, and that might not be the most important shot in basketball nowadays, but it seems like he's grown more comfortable as an offensive scorer. Have you seen that, and what does that do for your offense?
Yeah, same with Ryan, same with Reece. It's exciting to me to see how these guys have improved, and Reece has improved his three-point shot. I know he tonight didn't knock one down, but I believe that'll be coming, and he's you know, he's really worked hard. I think the experiences of what he went through were good for him, and you know, he can get to spots, and we're trying to open the court at different times and different places for him so he can get by people and use his mid-range or make some of the nice passes.
Tony, you gave up a bunch of offensive rebounds that didn't lead to points. Kind of what's your reaction? Concerned about the glass or pleased with the defense afterward?
Yeah, that's the point. You know, you give up 13 offensive rebounds and you know, turn it over. that's not going to always go well, as we saw against Florida. And again, it's not for a lack of working at it, but we'll keep working. Habits are, bad habits take a while to break. Good habits are ingrained over time, and we got to build those. And then rebounding is, you know, someone said it's like a loose ball. I mean, we need everyone to rebound. We're not the biggest and strongest, and so we have to use good positioning and then scrapping to go get it. So, yeah, again, we made some good individual plays, whether it was blocks or steals after our defense broke down after an offensive rebound, or someone got right into the paint. But that won't always work. That I know. Yep. Great.
We'll have Ryan and Dante next.
Yeah, I love it.
Was there just no room?
The guy